Hi, in this training you're going to learn how to create a subdomain within your cPanel. And I want to just talk briefly about the difference between a subdomain and an add-on domain. An add-on domain actually is a subdomain, but it's a special type of subdomain. So when you create, let's say for example, you have a website called acme.com. That's your main website. And if you have a web hosting plan that allows you to have multiple websites on a single host, you have to have a main URL or a main domain. And let's just say that your main domain in this example is acme.com. If you want to add a subdomain to that, it's a little bit different than adding an add-on domain. So in the last video you saw how to create an add-on domain. Now if your add-on domain is called mysubdomain.com, so you've got another URL that you access via http://mysubdomain.com. If you add that as an add-on domain, what you're really doing is going through the cPanel using the add-on domain functionality, but at the end of the day, that subdomain or that add-on domain will actually be of it will result in a domain or a URL that is actually mysubdomain.acme.com. So in fact, mysubdomain.com used as an add-on domain is really a subdomain off of acme.com. Now when I speak of subdomain, creating a subdomain on a domain, let's say we want a subdomain on your mysubdomain.com website or myacme.com website or any other website that's underneath your main domain on your web host. This is the way to do that. And the practical use of this is twofold. One, you can have a development environment in which you can just make a subdomain called dev. Whatever your website is. So it would be dev.acme.com. Or you can actually create subdomains that make sense from a regional or geographic standpoint. So for example, if you have a website that's all about baseball, so it's baseball101.com, and you're region based or local based, you can start with different websites or different subdomains in the same geographic area. So for example, if you're in the Bay Area, you could have sanfrancisco.baseball101.com. You could have oakland.baseball101.com, and so on and so forth. So that's how most people use subdomains in this sense. So let's move on to actually showing you how to do that. So go to Control Panel and then go on down to the part where it says Domains, and rather than click on Add-on Domains, you're going to click on Subdomains. And then you're going to be presented with this box where you type in your subdomain, which could be, let's just say it's Oakland. And let's pick our new add-on domain that we just configured in the last video. So we should wind up with a subdomain that's called oakland.backupcreatortutorials.com. Now, note this document root. This is very important. If I leave this as is, I'm really creating a subdomain that will be accessible by typing in a browser oakland dot my main URL, my main domain, not the one that's here in this drop-down box. It's kind of weird. So what you have to do, if you're trying to create a subdomain off an add-on domain, you have to take one extra step. So let me reiterate. If you're creating a subdomain off your main domain, all you have to do is type in subdomain and whatever your main URL is here. If you're creating a subdomain off of an add-on domain, you have to take the additional step of typing in here after your subdomain dot like that. You have to create a document root that looks like this. So it's going to be your subdomain dot your add-on domain URL. And then you click create. And then let's go back and see what that looks like. So we have oakland.backupcreatortutorials.com, and this is what it looks like. And if you want to verify that this is really, if you want to verify what the folder structure looks like on your FTP account, you can go here, find the website, and this is what it looks like. So it'll actually say oakland.backupcreatortutorials.com. And there's obviously nothing in here because we haven't installed anything here. But that's it. That's how you create a subdomain, and that's the difference between a subdomain and an add-on domain.